Right guys, so here we go. This is the 6,000 points of lots and lots of Eldar. I've got 3 battalions, 1 Drukhari, 1 Ynnari, 1 Harlequin. I've then got an Outrider detachment and a Spearhead detachment. So we'll just talk through what is roughly where. So we've got Rangers, we've got the Razor Wing, we've got 3 units of Harlequin troops with 2 Shadow Seers and a Troop Master. 3 lots of 2 Zephyrglaive Bikers. We've got any Eldar that you see are Ynnari. So we've got the Guardians of the Brightlands, we've got Dark Reapers here, we've got 2 Forge World Reapers. There's a Homunculus hiding down there because the 2 Reapers are going to have the Coven keyword. We've got a unit of Bikers, all with Shuriken cannons. We've got a Farseer, we've got 2 Ravagers. In this Raider, we've got 10 Cabalites with a Blaster and a Dark Lance. We've got the Fire Prism, we've got a, what's it called, a Wave Serpent with Fire Dragons in here, and, sorry, no, that's got your Rain and the Dire Avengers in it, with Bright Lance, Crystal Target Matrix, and Holofields and everything. We've got a Venom with nothing in because I had a few spare points. We've got the Tantalus with 15 Cabalites and a Splinter Cannon in there along with an Archon. We've also got 2 Raiders here. One is full of Blood Brides, the other one has 5 Witches and Lilith in there. We've got a Crimson Hunter Exarch, we've got the Fire Prism with 6 Fire Dragons in, sorry, a Wave Serpent, and finally we've got the Void Raven. And in reserve I've got some Mandrakes and the Incarn, for a total, when I catch my breath, of 14 command points. And there's a lot there, isn't there, Phil? Right, I want to hand over to Phil and he's going to try and attempt to talk through what all of this is and all of that in reserve.
So we've got a mixture of 3 Vanguard detachments, 2 Supreme Command detachments and a Battalion detachment. So we've got a 5-man strike squad here, a Razorback, a Librarian, and then 5 beautiful Interceptors right behind there. We've got another strike squad and a Razorback, another strike squad, another 5-man Interceptor squad behind there, and then Crow. We've got a, is it the Brother Captain? Is it the Brother Captain, Tony? Yep, and then some Paladins, more Paladins, a Librarian, some strike squad, a Razorback, and then the Stormhaven with the Dreadnought, Tony's Grandmaster, and some Paladins. In reserve, we have 7 Nemesis Dread Knight Grandmasters, 2 squads of 2 squads of Paladins, Apothecary, a Banner, Paladin Ancient with the Banner Relic. Then we've got a Librarian in Terminator Armor as well in reserve, and then we've got 3 Assassins, the Calidus, the Eversor, and the Vindicator. One of the Grandmasters are going to be our Warlord, which has first to the Freys as Warlord trait.
Right guys, so here we go. After deployment, you've seen the armies. This is 6,000 points of Elves versus Grey Knights. It is a massive table. We're playing on an 8x4 with a 2 foot extra each side if we need to go for it. Now, we just basically slap models down as we were getting them out, so there's no necessarily anyone that's going first. They do have a lot fewer units than me, so we are saying we're going to dice off and then they're going to get +1 because they would have finished the point first had we done it properly. So, the mission that we're playing is just cleanse and control, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and objective 6. So, who is rolling between you two? Tony is. So I roll a 6, so you need a 6 to beat me.
Or 5 to tie.
Or 5 to tie.
Man point it.
Of course I'm going to go first, but Tony wishes to seize. Command point it? Do you want Phil to do this? Phil, use one of the Hellstorm Wargaming dice. Go on, because you know it always happens. Oh, you want Tony to do this so that he'd blame Hellstorm Wargaming. Oh, every time! So the guys have drawn on advance, which is get everything out of the deployment zone, defend objective 6 and area denial, which they're going to be able to get quite easily. Okay, so movement. 2 Dread Knights have dropped here. Chuck has appeared in here. Chuck is Tony's favourite model. Which Chuck's this? Because I think I've killed 3 so far, haven't I?
It's the same one, it just gets better.
Ah, right. So we've got Strike Squad, Interceptors, we've got Paladins, we've got... That's the Warlord. That's the Warlord one. So we've got 3 Dread Knights there. We've got more Inceptors. Storm Raven is looking down. These 2 Dread Knights at this side. But everybody at the back has basically just moved forward a little bit. So I don't know how much is going to be within range. So there's going to be a hell of a lot of Psychic. There's going to be a lot of Smite here, isn't there? So, yeah, I don't think we're going to get all this on camera, but we'll come back after the Psychic phase. So, in the beginning of the Psychic phase, and Phil's already cast 5 powers. What's happened?
So these guys have got Hammer Hand, which plus 1 in their rune rolls.
Yeah.
This guy's got Astral Aim, which allows him to ignore cover, and you don't get any bonuses. But it doesn't need line of sight.
Yeah.
We got Sanctuary on him, so he's now got a 3 invul.
Yeah.
We got Gate Infinity off on this Paladin squad, which was back with the Librarian. And then we got
with the who?
With the Librarian. And then we did Purge Soul from this guy on that unit and did 4 mortal wounds on them.
Yep, so I've lost 2 bikers.
We now spend Psychic Challenge and Stratagem to roll 3 dice for Psychic Power.
Right.
And we're doing Vortex of Doom from the Grandmaster
onto the Ravager. So casting value of what?
8. Okay.
So you get 9 because you're a +1.
I'm going to spend a command point to reroll a 2.
Okay.
So that's a 10, that's 11.
Now,
so I was,
what does Vortex of Doom do?
I was 1 away from doing D6 mortal wounds to that vehicle, and then everyone within 6 inches D6 mortal wounds.
What?
But now it's D3 mortal wounds on the vehicle. So 2 mortal wounds on the vehicle.
Wait. What does it do? Because I might want to stop it with a Farseer.
So D3 mortal wounds on him, and
right.
everyone within 3 inches gets D3 mortal wounds.
Everyone within 3 inches?
Yes.
I'm going to try and stop that one last time.
You need a 12?
I do.
No. So that's 2 mortal wounds on that Ravager.
Yeah.
On this one, he takes 2. On that, takes 2. And then on the bike squad,
yep,
takes 3.
Oh, Jesus.
And I don't know where the Farseer is in range.
Probably not. Right, so basically most of the army is now smited. So lost a ranger, 2 wounds taken. I'm going to have to count down because I don't have this many D20s and stuff. So 2 wounds on that one. We lost another bike and a wound on that one. They've took 2 wounds each. This Wave Serpent took 3 because of the 3 squads here. This Raider took 2 thanks to that. So that was just the Psychic phase, and you've already annihilated a good portion, or damaged a good portion of the entire army. So shooting phase, this is where it's now going to hurt though. So we'll come back with key shooting points and see what's left of the Eldar forces when I am done. So an absolute crazy round of shooting. So basically I lost all of the bikers to fire from the storm bolters and everything, which allowed the Dark Reapers to soul burst and do only 2 wounds to that Dread Knight there. I chose that one because the others had already fired, so I wanted to try and damage him a bit more. I've lost the Harlequin biker here, I've lost both Harlequin bikers here, I've lost 2 rangers from these guys down here. This Reapers took 2 wounds. This one is left on 3 wounds. The Farseers took a wound. This Ravager is left on 1 wound. This one's took 2. The Tantalus is gone, and it was the last fire. Basically, took fire from all of the, well, 2 of the Dread Knights over here, the Storm Raven, 2 of the Dread Knights over here, and just the, was it the Gatling Silencers? Was it the Gatling Silencers? Do they have Gatling Silencers?
No, the incinerators is what killed that.
No, the guns.
No, the incinerators, that's what I just said.
But the incinerator can't reach this.
No, that's not what shot it. It was the silencers in the second.
That's what I just said. Was it the silencer?
Alright.
So basically, the silencer doing D3 damage, and they got really lucky. I even used a command point, which the Calidus forced me to use 2 to reroll to keep myself alive. But unfortunately, it then went down to mass weight of fire. 2 Cabalites were killed getting out, which isn't bad. But of course, I then popped the Incarn. I was waiting as late as possible because I don't want the Incarn damaged. I want to try and do a lot of damage to Tony and Phil, and yeah, I want to do a lot. Rah! So, this Raider also went pop, and that was basically it. That hurt a lot. So, charges now, and I'm very scared, but there's going to be a lot of Overwatch for me coming in, because did you not know that if you run a detachment of Aeldari as opposed to Drukhari, Ynnari, Harlequins, and Asurani, that you get support fire now?
True.
Cool, let's go for it. Right, so combat phase. Tony actually charged the squad of Inceptors into the Venom, and I believe it or not, I killed 2 on Overwatch. Amazing. Of course, the Incarn heroic intervention, and after they'd done all of their combats, which you'll see in a second, I managed to soul burst out towards these 2 Dread Knights. No charges were made down here, unfortunately, for these guys. However, Chuck did hurtle in and slaughter the remaining biker, and this Dread Knight hurtled in and slew the remaining 2 Harlequin bikers there. Chuck has consolidated forward here, so if I manage to kill him, that'll let me Reaper's double tap. So those guys do score area denial for D3 points, which Phil rolled a 1 for, and that's all they get besides first blood, so 2 points after all of that carnage. Let's move on to my turn. Right, so here we go with the movement phase. The Fire Dragons have leapt out and the Wave Serpent is pulled up behind. It's not going to suffer the minus penalty because it has a crystal target matrix, but we're hoping to blow up 1 Dread Knight and then potentially take the other one out with the Incarn. I need to move the Venom actually, but the Dire Avengers and Yvrain have leapt out of this Wave Serpent, and the Warriors have all pushed forward, hoping to deal with 1 or 2 of these Dread Knights. We've also got all these Dark Lancers here, and the Reapers to fire. We're going to hopefully get the Dark Reapers to fire after these guys kill Chuck, which will let them fire twice. We'll hopefully guide and doom against that Dread Knight there. All the Harlequins have leapt out and hopefully going to deal with these 2 Dread Knights, and I still need to move the Razor Wing. We're going to do Psychic Phase as well. I've got a few powers to cast, not loads, but enough that is hopefully going to do quite a bit of damage. Okay, so starting with Psychic Phase, I used Word of the Phoenix on the Fire Dragons and I rolled a 10. Phil used the stratagem to allow him to use 3 dice and pick the 2 highest, as well as adding 1 for being Grey Knights to try and stop me, but unfortunately he didn't. He rolled equal to me with the +1. But he then, obviously, I managed to kill him with the Fire Dragons. I managed to get 4 hits and wounds, and did 13 wounds in total. Phil then used the stratagem to allow him to shoot immediately. Unfortunately, he did nothing to the Raider with a Gatling Cannon and killed 2 of the Fire Dragons with the Incinerator. And that was only the first cast of the Psychic Phase, so let's move on with the rest of it. So, the might of the Eldar has been felt, I feel. We've destroyed a Dread Knight down here. This one is left on 4 wounds. We did all the other shooting right. Void Raven, 2 wounds to the Storm Raven, right? 1 Void Lance hit, 1 wounded, and it did 1 damage. 1 of the missiles did a damage. Interestingly enough, the Crimson Hunter did 11 with its 2 Bright Lances. The Pulse Laser, -3, Tony needed the 6 up with 1 wound left, and he rolled a damn 6. Down here, it took fire from basically everything that's here, including in the Psychic Phase. I cast the power that lets you reroll 1s, and managed to take out the Terminator squad there with fire from the Fire Prism as well. All of the Lances and the Dark Lance and the Blaster and everything that's inside of all of this, and we managed to eventually take down this Dread Knight. We even soul bursted as a result of the Terminators here dying, and the Avengers put a wound or 2 in on the Dread Knight that was there. The Razor Wing did almost nothing to this guy, but he is on 6 wounds. It was the Dark Reapers as well that lent fire, splitting the damage between the 2. The Guardians, unbelievably, 13 wounds on Chuck, right, and Tony passed most of his saves. Chuck is on 1 wound, and I had nothing left to target. I was hoping to take out this Dread Knight here, so that the Starweaver could shoot back at him, but unfortunately, I didn't kill it. This is on 1 wound, and that's thanks to the Mirror of Minds, plus Smite, plus Fusion Pistols, plus the Hallucinogen Grenade Launcher, and everything that was here. The one at the back is on 9 wounds, thanks to the 3 Fusion Pistols at this side as well. These guys haven't shot.
Oh, they're going to kill Chuck.
They are now going to shoot at Chuck.
Oh
no! All hit. Strength 4, toughness 4, needing a 6. 3 saves, Tony. 3 4-pin runs. And look, there's the jammy 6 that he rolled as well for that Storm Raven. Come on. No. 1 at a time? Or all of them? And he's dead. Which, interestingly enough, means that these guys can now soul burst. And guess where they're going, Phil?
No idea.
At Tony's Dread Knight.
Okay.
This one here. So they are guided still, so I'm hitting on 3s. Guided. Strength 8. 3s. That's 4 saves at -2, Tony. So 4 saves dropping you to your 4 in run. Can he do it? 3 go through doing 6 damage. Is he on 6 wounds? He's on 7. He's on 1 wound remaining. Oh, now we've got some charges to do because Chuck's dead as well. Bye, Chuck.
He will be back.
That's 2-1 to me, I think, in the last year.
And he's died.
Has he? Oh. So who's he coming back as next time?
He's not dead.
Bride of Chuck, who was son of Chuck originally, Chuck.
He's just pretending to be dead.
Right, let's move on to assault, because I've got a few. So, in combat, we managed to take this guy down, but over here, Phil did interrupt and killed 1 Harlequin. The Shadow Seer's shield from protection, keeping them alive there, so Phil was wounded on 3s instead of 2s. And did we wound the Dread Knight at all? We did 3 damage?
Yeah, he's damaged.
1 kiss went through, and everything else he's saved. And the Incarn over here tore apart the Dread Knight, but Phil used a stratagem point for...
Only death does duty end.
So still got to attack, and actually got 4 wounds through. I passed 3 of my 4 in runs, and he did 4 damage, and I've saved 2 of them on my field, no pain. So after all of that, I don't score anything. So I'm going to discard priority orders received, and move into Grey Knight's turn 2. Okay, so lads, I've got defend objective 6, no prisoners, and defend objective 5. Start the movement phase. Phil has pulled this Dread Knight out of combat, and the Purifiers, Interceptors. I always get the mixed up. Strike Squad is basically pushing forward here to try and deal with the Harlequins. These guys are pushing forward again to deal with me little firebase that I've got ongoing. So I'm not doing too bad with this flank. And then over this side, I'm not doing too bad with this flank either. But Tony's dropped the Dreadnought and the Terminators out of the Storm Raven. I would have liked to have killed some of them if I'd shot the Storm Raven down. That would have been nice. The bad boy. Who's the bad boy?
Him was beat it before.
Who?
Who normally hides.
Oh, the commander.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's going to die. He's definitely going to die. So, there's lots of Terminators in the centre of the board that I need to deal with, and there's still more back here. But yeah, Phil's retreated the Dreadnought down here, so he's still got the Psychic phase, but this is where it's going to hurt because there's a lot of Grey Knights on the board now. Although I didn't kill many units, killing 4 Dread Knights and dropping 1 to 1 wound was really damn good. So let's see how Phil does with Tony in the Psychic phase. So after that horrific Psychic phase, the Incarn is left on 1 wound because each of them doing 3 mortal wounds because he is a demon. And I couldn't. Phil was on fire. You rolled like 8, 9, and 10 for your smite, didn't you? So you know, trying to attempt to stop it, it wasn't going to happen. So I relied on my 5 up ignore wounds, and I saved 3 out of 9, which is why I'm on 1 wound. So not great. These managed to kill a single. What's it called?
Dire
Avenger. Huh. Over here, this guy cast Vortex and killed 3 Dark Reapers, which damaged the Farseer, did a mortal wound to this Reaper, did 2 to this Reaper.
and some to the flyer.
Yeah, basically all these guys smite the Flyer. And, while I remember, these guys smite the Flyer.
Peril.
Yeah, they all perilled, so those 2 guys perilled, the Librarian there perilled, and I need another black dice because it's hard trying to keep track of all the wounds and damage. So he's left on 4 wounds now. So yeah. Over this side, took 3, thanks to all of this here as well. And he hasn't even shot yet. Holy hell. Right, let's see what happens in the shooting phase. Oh, they do have 2 command points left. Phil tried to get Sanctuary on this guy and rolled a 4, which would be a 5 because Grey Knights, and I could stop it with a Farseer because I still have 1 available. But he elected not to use the command point. So, let's move into shoot. So there's been lots of firing ongoing here. The Dreadnought managed to blow up the Raider, but none of the witches died. The Stormbolters from these guys managed to take out a lot of the Fire Dragons, but as a result of the Raider dying, we pulled the Incarn back, and then Stormbolter Fire peppered in at the Brides and managed to kill 3 of them, and the Incarn got 2 wounds back as a result of that. all the Stormbolt of Fire and the Side Cannon Fire and everything has basically managed to drop the Crimson Hunter to only 2 wounds. And the Vindicare that is there, Tony wanted to take out the Incarn straight through that container, and he's just rolled a 1. Okay, so the rest of the shooting phase, the Crimson Hunters dropped to only 2 wounds remaining. I've lost 6 Die Revengers and a handful of Cabalites here. That was pepper and fire from the Storm Bolters, the Hurricane Bolters on these guys. The Melter, the Plasma and everything has gone in. We've lost this Reaper, we've lost the Farseer. The Dark Reapers died and I soul bursted what was left of the Guardians, killed 2 of these guys. And the Bright Lance actually hit this Dread Knight, wounding him, and Tony passed his invuln. The Reaper then blew up, which let the Farseer smite as a result of Soul Burst, and I killed 2 more of these guys. The Dread Knights meanwhile peppered these 2, and we've got a Reaper, both Ravagers, on 1 and 3 wounds remaining. Over this side, mass Stormbolt of Fire basically killed the 1 wounded Starweaver, and all of these guys killed 3 Harlequins. Well, actually it was 2 this round because 1 died last time. And then basically Stormbolt of Fire from all of this killed most of them. So I'm probably going to lose quite a bit to Battle Shocks, but Phil's got a lot of charges to make with Tony, and I'm hoping that they don't do much damage. I'm hoping. But yeah, let's see what... I felt in a reasonably good position, and then all of a sudden all the infantry's just like advanced forward, and it's like, oh crap. So combats, the Calidus went after the Incarn and only did 1 wound. However, Lilith did choose to heroic intervention, but she was not needed. When the Incarn survived and eventually attacked back, managed to slice apart the Calidus. Down here, the Terminators made mincemeat of the Dire Avengers. As a result, Yvraine did fight, but unfortunately she didn't do any damage. That was after Phil had consolidated in. And we lost 3 more of the Cabalites to Battle Shocks. Leadership? I don't know which one it is, Phil, I always forget. Down here, these guys charged in. We killed 1 to Overwatch. I then spent 2 command points to interrupt, killing 4. And then, yeah, so that wasn't too bad at all. Phil, unfortunately, only got 2 wounds with the hammers and the halberds through on the Troop Master, and only did 1 damage with each one. Got quite lucky there. And him and the Shadows here killed 2 and wounded 1, left on 1 wound. And I did use 2 command points for these 2 guys to auto pass. It's not a lot, but it is a single Bright Lance shot aiming down at these, which I need every single lance that I've got at the minute. So Phil, what points do you score?
Yeah, 3 plus D3.
For no prisoners.
So that's 6, so we're up to 8 points
That's
now.
because you killed 6 units, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then these 2 we need to wait until after your turn.
Cool, so let's move on to Eldar, turn 2. Turn 2? Wow! Okay, so movement phase. The Fire Dragon has moved around. All the witches have popped up this way, including Lilith going for those guys over there. The Mandrakes have landed as well. We're going to try and pop the Dreadnought and get the Fire Dragon to fire twice if we can. That would be great. The Incarn and the Venom have moved around this side. Down here, the Cabalites and Yvraine have both pulled back. Yeah, not too shabby. In fact, the Shadow Seer is going to go, not the Shadow Seer, the Archon is going there. All of this has stayed still. We're going to try and take out as many of these as we can. We've got lots of Lance Fire here. Crimson Hunter is hopefully going to take down one of these 2 Dread Knights. The Homunculus has pushed forward to try and kill that 1 guy, and the Harlequins have now spread out. We've retreated out of combat to shoot and charge back in, and these guys have also retreated as well. We've got a lot of firepower. We might be able to take this flank. The other flank is looking okay, but there's still a lot of Grey Knights in the centre here for us to be able to deal with. So let's move into the Psychic phase. Okay, so a mixed turn of shooting for the Eldar. We've had some success, but I feel we could have done just a smidgen better. Over here, not a lot was done. Only 4 wounds on the Dreadnought, despite the Fire Dragon, the mortal wounds from the Mandrakes, the Serpent Shield, and the Bright Lances from here. And all the poison shots only did a single wound to the Terminators here. These guys, however, all the Bright Lances, the Fire Prism, and everything, I took everything into the Dread Knight, Warlord, All these lances to the face, the fire prism, dark lance and blaster pouring out of the raider, bright lances from the wave serpent, and eventually he fell. And it was actually fire from both the flyers that did it in the end. The Void Raven. This guy, however, also took firepower. I think the Bright Lance here went for him as well, and again just shrugging the lances off left, right and centre. Down here in the psychic phase we managed to kill 3 with the grenade launcher. We managed to smite something, and Tony stopped Mirror of Mines on the first roll. I rolled a 5 and he rolled a 6. Fusion pistols galore, managed to take out a few more, and up here we managed to kill the lone guy that was left. And the fusion pistol, I rolled a double 1 for the damage on the librarian up here. So not great, not great. In fact, I've just remembered, Tony, I've got these again. I always forget these. So, I kind of want to go for him, but I feel like I need to go for the Dread Knight. He's on 4 wounds, I can't kill him. Let's go for these guys down here. I want to try and get rid of them. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to shoot these because the Harlequins will still have a tough time dealing with them, I think. 2 hits. And no wounds, so never mind. So yeah, mixed bag there. These 2 Ravagers holding on for dear life. But I feel like it could have been a little bit better. We've got a few charges to do now. I'm hoping that we can make combat and potentially try and do some damage here. But, you know, with a Dreadnought, it's not going to be nice. It's not going to be nice at all. So we're in the middle of combat, and I've done all of my damage, and Tony's just hit back with the Grandmaster and got 5 wounds on me witches.
3 damage each.
Really?
That's 15.
Why?
15 powerful pins, 3 damage each.
Well, I have to do them separately because it would be on each one, wouldn't it? So there's 1 dead. Oh, nearly. 2, 3, 4. 666 that, Phil. Yeah, kills 5 witches just from the Grandmaster. I think that's the best you've ever done, isn't it?
Yeah. It's normally hiding by now.
I mean, tactically withdrawn.
Yeah,
Tactically withdrawn. Well, good luck retreating from the witches, Tony. Good luck.
They'll be dead. It's okay.
Well, that didn't go according to plan. I expected to actually pass some invuns instead of just fail them all. The Dreadnought smushed the last 2 witches, which means that he's now free to do what he wants. I needed to try and tie him up, but never mind. Lilith took 2 wounds from one of them 2 guys there. Meanwhile, the rest of the combats, what happened? This guy, of course, absolutely destroyed this guy apart. We didn't kill these 2, we only killed 1. In return, Phil did nothing to us. Down here, we did nothing to the Dread Knight, the Librarian, and we killed 2 guys here, and they killed 1 in return. So, if you hadn't guessed, I didn't draw my cards because of the amount that they won. They've just getting another 2 points for 2 points for this objective. Thank you, Phil, and 2 points for this objective. So, when I thought I was doing well on this flank, I'm potentially not. It is getting on, so I think we're going to try and get through turn 3 as fast as we can, but if I'm honest, lads, there's not really a lot left for either of us, is there?
Is your Warlord again?
My Warlord? Oh, I forgot to charge him.
Haha! Kill her.
Okay, so we're not even going for points now, because you guys got 6 just off no prisoners.
Yeah.
So,
4, and then
4 for the defence, and I haven't got any.
Yeah.
But I got Slay the Warlord. So, movement, these 2 guys have stayed there. All the Terminators have moved round. These guys have pushed forward. Of course, the Librarian and the Paladin squad is looking to take these out. Dread Knight moving for the Homunculus. And, didn't you want to get one of these Paladins back up with the Apothecary? So 4+. Boom, another one gets back up. What's that for?
3 wounds.
So he gets
Bring
back
the
up.
hammer back.
You're gonna bring the hammer guy back. Next up, hammer time. Okay, that's the only time you're ever gonna hear me sing. Anyway, that Dread Knight stayed where he is. Phil, the psychic phase. What is happening here? Because these have moved forward as well.
Smite.
Yeah.
One of them's dead.
No, they're
Apart
not.
from pain.
Yeah. It's only 1, isn't it? Which I pass.
Smite.
Yep.
Is he closest?
Yep.
Or is her?
Ooh. I would say it's equal, so you can choose.
Him.
Okay.
Dead.
He doesn't get power from pain. And he's more than 7 inches away from anybody, so nobody can soul burst.
Grandmaster.
Yep.
Know it. Librarian first. She's
Yep.
closest. 3 mortal wounds on her.
Okay,
Unless you
so
want to stop that on it's a 9.
I'm going to try and stop it.
Okay. No.
No, I've got a command point, so even if I roll a 6, I can't do it,
Can't,
so
yeah,
it's pointless, so
She's dead.
yeah.
Is she blow up?
No,
But she's dead.
yeah. And there's nothing around there that can soul burst either.
This guy will now smite.
Yeah.
Because it'll do d6 wounds on him.
Why is it D6 though? Can you
Because
explain?
it's banner.
Right,
Because it's the relic.
okay.
So, you don't want to stop that one? It's an 11,
you-
so you need a double 6.
Nah.
4.
Second Slay the Warlord.
4.
So basically he's now on 1 wound remaining.
And then they're going to smite him. Well, he's going to smite him.
Okay.
So that takes
Oh,
away the
look,
last
he's
one.
dead.
Does he blow up? No. And then they'll smite, which will go into her. For 1 on her. So she'll go up to 4. Oh, yeah, if she passed that.
So she's
now,
down, she's lost.
So now it's them 2. So he will do it.
2 seconds, you're getting ahead of... Oh!
Okay.
So is D6 on me?
No, it's just 1. It's still 1.
Oh, is it still 1?
It's still 1. And then D3 on me. So it kills one of them. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, do you want to keep the Psycan or the hammer? I said the hammer. I would say the hammer. And then him kills her.
No.
Alright. I would keep the Psycan.
I would have command point that.
Because you get a shield now.
Yeah, she's alive on 1
Keep
wound.
the hammer. Keep the hammer.
She's alive on 1 wound.
Right, and then we go over here.
And I've got 2 command points left still, actually.
Smite, which will go into these.
Yep.
So that's one of those dead. That's,
Nope.
That's a 10.
Not dead.
Right, and then him. That's a 6.
I'll use your rain to try and stop it.
Nope. So then you have 1 mortal wound on your Cabalites.
Kills 1.
Over here. On that. That's 1 on him.
Drops into 1. Actually, can your rain stop 2? I think she can. What did you roll?
I roll a 5, so it's a 6 plus 1.
Stopped.
Okay, cool. Over here, Croak.
Lord Croak.
His smite is 3 inches,
Uh-huh.
but it's d6 mortal wounds.
That's horrible.
I get it.
Yep.
For
3, yep. So I've lost
I'm
3.
going to use the last command points. Make
For
that.
4. Not bad, not bad.
Then these guys, smite them. So that's one of those. The knight, they are closer, so I'll
Yeah.
smite them. So there's another one. Him, equidistance, I'll put into this one with the 1 wound left.
Yep.
Kills that, so it doesn't blow up.
It does. D3.
D3, well,
Oh, sorry,
kill him.
it's just 1. Because it's only a small vehicle.
So kill him.
Yep.
Put another wound on this guy. And then do a wound on your Razorback. Razorbacks have been touched. And then the Apothecary, these are equidistant. So
Yep.
put it on your Troop Blaster, that's cocked. Which I get, so that's 1.
7. I'll try and stop it with a Shadow Seer. So I need 9 because you rolled an 8.
Nope.
No.
So that's 1 wound more on the Troop Master, brings up to 3. Then them ones will do it and put on the Troop Master. That's another one, that's an 11.
Oh yeah, you don't get the D6, do you? So basically he's got 1 wound left.
And then the Knight will put it on her. Yep, there's another one.
So 6 up Ignore because Dark Eldar? No. So he drops to 4. That was horrendous.
I'm going to check to see if they can cast 2.
What, with Grandmasters?
Yeah, they can. They can.
Oh.
Okay.
So you can't cast Smite twice, but you do have another 2 powers.
So he will Purge Soul her.
Okay.
So 5. I get it. We roll off, add in our leadership, and however many I beat you by is that many
Well,
more.
the other Shadow Seer will try and stop it first. What did you roll?
It was a 3, so that's a 9.
Right, I don't get it.
So I get a 13, so
And I get a 12.
that's 1 more wound on her. And then this guy
Yep.
will do Sanctuary on himself.
Okay. 4
3, a 1, another 1 on that because of
makes 5. I think Sanctuary was 6,
Sanctuary 6. So
so
fill
it
that.
doesn't get it. Right. I don't think I'm gonna have much left after shooting, but let's see what happens.
So this strike squad killed the Mandrakes, magic spells and illusion, and then the the fire dragon that was next to the mandrakes, masters of magic, spells and illusion. I think he died from the stormbolt of fire from over here. Then this dreadnought fired and killed one of those in there with his heavy flamer and did 1 wound over here with his assault cannon. And then he also did only 1 wound on that with his silencer. From all the stormbolters and side cannons over here, went into this and only managed to take 2 or 4 wounds off it, sorry. And then the stormbolters here managed to only kill 2 of those. From the flamer and stormbolters over here, we managed to kill the flyer. And then with the mixture of my Dread Knight and Crow, we managed to kill this flyer too, because those 2 damage incinerators. The Razorbacks did very well. This guy unfortunately only managed to do 2 damage on that. And this guy actually managed to pop one of those. No, he didn't. Who did he fire? I think he didn't kill anything with his firing. But this tried to fire him and got double 3 because the -1 he ended up not hitting. This guy, his incinerator killed 1 and the silencer killed the other. Took 3 wounds off that raider, so it's down to 3, and then 1 more wound off that, so it's taken 6. That is the shooting. Going on to charges. In combat here, the Dreadnought managed to kill 1 of the witches, and they didn't manage to do anything back. The Grandmaster managed to kill Lilith, but not without Lilith dropping him down to 2 wounds left. Over here, none of these managed to make their charges. Over here, we managed to kill the warriors and do some number onto this vehicle, did 6 wounds there, and then just nothing over here. But we did lose the Librarian, and then this homunculus died because I decided to go first there. Harry didn't interrupt with Yvrain. Was it Yvrain right after? Lilith right after. And then over here, we lost 1 strike squad dude. Over here, the troop master died, my 2 paladins died, and I think a troop died. I think that was it for combats. Yes, it was. So we are going to call it here for time restraints, and plus it's how much that's left and how many points we're in the lead by as well.
Killed us?
It would have been a different story though if it was if we didn't steal the initiative. It would have been a much different story. Tony says he doesn't know why he brought a sniper that's blind.
3 shots and he rolled 2 1s.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Sorry, Jacob. No, don't do it.
Secret. Do you want to know a secret?
I see conversions.